This lady is a model, and her name's been changed, but she is a real person, and the charts that you see are a real person, real charts. So lovely Mrs. Bowler, we met in 2005, and she was been living in her own little flat, retirement flat, which she purchased after her husband died. She was described as a fiercely independent, very, very private woman by her daughter, and her daughter was finding that she was needing to provide a lot more support for Mrs. Bowler. She'd recently been into the hospital and had been diagnosed with dementia, and that dementia meant that on occasion she became quite forgetful, sometimes now even not recognising her own daughter. So as you can imagine, being the daughter, that was a very difficult thing to understand, that her mum may not remember her. So her daughter started to worry a lot about what her mother was doing. Social services did an assessment, and Mrs. Bowler got care coming in for half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the afternoon, just to ensure that she was eating and drinking enough, because they were worried that she may not remember if she had eaten or not eaten, that sort of thing. So social services says, I know about a system called just checking. So we can just check, what is she actually doing? Is she sleeping all day? Is she awake at night? Is she using the kitchen at certain times of the day? Maybe she's making meals when no one else is there. Let's have a look. So this is her chart. Okay, so this is what a chart looks like. Okay, can you see here that these are the rooms that the sensors have been put in? A bedroom, her bathroom, her lounge, her kitchen and her front door. Her flat is a very small flat. The front door opens into the lounge. Okay, just so you understand. It's a 24-hour picture, so it's the middle of the night till the middle of the day on Monday, and then the middle of the night. And this is Monday back in November 2005. Straight away, I mean, it is just lines. You can all clearly see it's not a camera. I don't know what she's doing in those rooms, but I can very quickly make some very clear observations, and I hope some of you can see them as well. Between midnight and 7 o'clock, there's been no movement, no lines. And the first movement occurs in her bedroom, which makes you think, she must have been in her bed all night, fast asleep. Great. She's been in the bathroom for a period of time, come down into the lounge, and then spent about half an hour in the kitchen. It's a thicker block because she's been moving in that room. You can see the 8:30 care visit. They've been in the house 10 minutes. I can see that there's been movement in the lounge. The front door opens into the lounge, so that would make sense, wouldn't it? The door is opened and then there's movement in the lounge. They have not been in the kitchen. Then there's quiet period here. I'm going to guess that maybe she's sitting in the lounge, reading, watching TV. What do you all think about that? Interesting information, isn't it? So I'm just interested because I don't often have an audience quite like this. How intrusive do you feel that is for Mrs. Bowler?
Good idea.
Yeah? Do you think if it was your own mother, you would be interested to look at that information? Do you think that would help you? Good. Good feedback. Thank you.
So my role within, even though we are a manufacturer, the largest manufacturer of telecare and leading in telehealth, number 1 and 2 in 35 countries around the world. Technology and how far we've come in technology. We talk about pressing your red button and it goes up through to a control centre, and you've got one in Hull. We actually had a flood in Tunstall, Brisbane, Australia. And what we did is we automatically took the calls at Doncaster. So even if you fell in Brisbane and you pressed your button around your neck, rather than saying a "G'day, how are you?" They got a "Are you alright, love?"
The telecare, telehealth, you're putting something in, but hopefully you're getting something back as well. So if you've got a red button and you have to press that red button, there'll be someone at the other end of the line who'll go, "Is everything alright? No, it's not. Right, we'll do this, or we'll get this sorted out."
The local authority, NHS, the voluntary sector have all been working, and the university, we've all been working on developing this sort of technology agenda in Hull for 4 years. And actually, 4 years ago, we used to sit around a table when all of this was being talked about, and we used to say, "You'll never get these people to change their habits. They won't want to use this equipment. It'll be too complicated. They will be really, really resistant. People like to see their GP. They like to have a face-to-face conversation. You guys have just demonstrated extremely clearly that that is not the case, and that you are already embracing technology, using it, and actually, hopefully, passing information on to friends, family, other people that you know about the benefits of some of the technology. What I need to do is thank all of you very, very much for coming today and participating so fantastically.
Yeah, I use one myself. It takes my blood pressure and my oxygen, because I'm on oxygen on a night time. If there's something wrong, it sends a message to the carers, and they get in touch with me through the telephone. And if I get really bad, then I've got a link. Yes, it would.
They've introduced some of the things to us, but it's opened my eyes to a lot more new things that's happening. So I'm very, very happy